Hey guys, so been doing the draft thing again. Got all sorts of crazy stuff. This is the normal. You know, looking here. There's a Galvanoth I pulled out of the prize pool. He's not really, I wouldn't call him good in draft. You'd have to build a deck around him, and he's so high on the mana curve that I'm kind of hesitant on that too, to be honest. Cryptoplasm, he's always nice. Death Mantle, good equipment. The only problem I've ever had with Death Mantle really is like never having the 4 mana open to recur a guy. Argentum Armor, it's nice. Spike Shot Elder, he's cool. War Driver, Shatter, Burn the Impure, Courier, interesting. Flame Fiend. I have mixed feelings on the Flame Fiend. I mean, when he hits the board, he does insane stuff, no doubt, but kind of high on the mana curve, 6. At least high for my tastes. Burn the Impure, Bloodshot Training, he's always fun. Picked up a playset of Mirran Metal in the single draft. That was really nice. Especially when I kind of sort of dropped it all on dropped 2 of them on a Tangle Mantis at one point. Yeah. You know, I put a my opponent was at 11, and I put a Skin Wing on the Tangle Mantis, making him a 5/6 flying trample, and then Mirran Metaled him twice while I had Metalcraft. So he was, let me see, 13, 14 flying trample? That's good, right? Oh, and he connected too. He connected like a boss, as the young kids like to say. Copper Carapace is kind of an interesting one. I don't like the drawback, but you know, it's relatively cheap for what it does. Oh, Brasquire is just so nutty. Love Brasquire. It was so awesome with equipment. Living equipments, I like them. It's like, hey, you know what? My creature dies, and I have an equipment hanging around. What's not to like? Yeah, that never makes it into a deck. It's sideboard. Life Gain just doesn't work for the most part. I mean, there's some very, very select decks that can work in, don't get me wrong, but for the most part it don't. Priests of Norn, you know, they're good for what they are. I mean, it's a 1/4 Vigilance Infect. I mean, it's a good defensive card, and if there's an opening, he can usually, even if a small opening, he can usually end up exploiting it, because people think, oh, it's only 1. And it's like, yeah, you're right, it's only 1. How many times are you going to say it's only 1? After the first time I hit you? After the 3rd? After the 5th? How much are you going to sit there and say it's only 1? It's only 1. It's only 1. Next thing you know, it's like, yeah, I'm going to kill you. Oh, hey, yeah, here's some other stuff. I'm going to put that to the side. Didn't think that was mixed in there. What do we got here? Yeah, this is all pre-release. This is all. Yeah, I went to pre-release today. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'll show you those in a couple of moments. Banishment Decree. Partisan, I don't really like him. He's high on the mana curve. Same with Banishment Decree, but I suppose they get the job done. Sometimes. Gee. Time Strikes are nice. They're a little on the high on the mana curve for my tastes, but True 1 Flying Infection, that's a lot of times it's worth it. Not all the time, just a lot. Disco Stick Shaman, as I like to call him, he's alright. This guy, every time I've ever tried to play him, he just doesn't work the way he should. Green Shatterstorm. If you don't know what Shatterstorm is, look it up. Titan Forge, got him out of the prize pool. He was kind of janky, but you never know. Maybe one day I'll want to build a deck around him. You never know. You never know. A Quarter Paladins, they're nice. Aggressively costed. he flies. The life gain doesn't mean anything. At least not to me. This guy's nice. Which actually really also is nice is it's a maze, so if you control the only artifacts on the board and you just need to throw a man on the board, bam, he's there. Divine Offering, fun little reprint. Elspeth's good in draft, right? Come on. Elspeth. Copper Carapace. Gus Skimmer, you know, I like him more than he actually performs, I'll be honest with that one. Piston Sledge. You know, it's a card I underestimated at first. I looked at the equip cost and it's like, that's really high, but I wasn't thinking, yeah, it makes my creature huge. Play it right and you never have to equip it again. Squire, once again, awesome stuff. Glinthawk Idol, it's not bad. It's pretty much it's immune to sorcery speed removal, so that's a point in his favor. Anatomist, we had one guy at the draft last night who got 2 Anatomists, a foil Anatomist, and Cryptoclasm. So we had the potential to copy the thing, and it's like, really? No, really? Holy crap! Now we're starting to get into some stuff I picked up at the pre-release. Nothing special here. So far, Disperse. Which goes there. Scar. Turn Aside. Shatter. 2 Kuldotha Rebirths. There's a Mork Reaver. Yeah, I'm gonna filter out all the older stuff so we can focus on the newer cards. Goblin, Strider Harness. Carapace Forger. Contagious Nim. You know, some people were talking about how, like, you know, I was running a Blackcleave Goblin in Green Black Infect in the sealed deck in the pre-release, and they're like, why are you running the Blackcleave? He's kind of bad. It's like, yeah, but I got a lot of Infect going on, and he's another Infect guy, and he fits the theme. You know, he plays into my primary win condition. So, it's like he accomplishes something there, you know what I'm saying? Such a cool guy. Put those aside. Yeah, it's all new stuff in lands. I think this is all new stuff. Nope, there's the rest of that deck. Put those aside. Orok Replica, not fond of it. Gunner Post, not fond of it. Sylvok Lifestaff, not terrifyingly fond of it. I think the main reason why I'm not fond of it is because I keep seeing the life gain clause, and in the back of my head, this, you know, this little voice going, life gain's bad, life gain doesn't win games, blah blah blah. Couple of spell bombs, they're good for card draw. Origin is not bad at all. The red spell bomb's actually kind of weak in my opinion, but there are times when it's useful. Blade Trap Berserkers. He's just bad. This guy, the Scoria Elemental, he's just bad. He really is. Anyone who tells you different is either lying or deluded. Don't really care which. Don't make a difference, does it? So, let's put all this stuff aside for the time being. and get to the new cards that I picked up in the pre-release. Yeah. So what we got hanging around here? Volt Charge, 2 colors in red, instant, 3 damage to creature or player, proliferate. It's good. The Furnace Scamps, I'm not sold on. I'll be perfectly blunt. I mean, they're decent, but no, I'm just not fully sold on them. Anything with Phyrexian mana is nice. It really is. But I didn't use him. The Lost Leonin, I kind of like. He's a 2/1 infect for a colorless and a white. Loxodon Convert, I don't like. I mean, it's really rare to find a white card with a higher power than toughness without first strike, and especially a 4/2 for 4 in white. That's almost unheard of. 2 Blinding Soul Eaters, they're not bad. I like them. You know, they got decent toughness. They got a great tap down ability. I just didn't end up using any in the sealed deck. Apostle's Blessing, colorless and all white Phyrexian mana. Target creature gains protection from color or of your choice or artifacts till end of turn. It's interesting. I didn't use it in first draft. I sideboarded in first draft. I didn't use it in sealed deck. Then we had a draft where we were just 3 packs of new Phyrexia, which was wacky. I ended up sideboarding some in round 3 against an opponent who had some really weird stuff going on. What we got here? Evil Presence. It's a little reprint. I don't know why they reprinted it. There's so many cards that do the same thing and are better. But it's there. He's nice, 3/3, optional infect. I like him. Throw him in any color. He's a 2/1 flyer. Usually worth it. Usually. All Splicer is actually really nice. 7 mana for a pair of 3/3s and a 1/1 that gives them trample. It's not bad. It's not bad. Thundering Tynodon, 5/4 trample for 6, or as low as 4 if you want to take some hits. Gremlin Mine's really nice. There's a lot of artifact creatures and stuff that uses charge counters. Pith Driller, he's actually a lot better than he looks. He's got a good sized body and he can like take out weenies or like bring guys down. Glista Scorn, it's not bad at all. Artifact Hate, a little bit of damage on the side. Parasitic Implant I found is actually pretty good. Yeah, you kill a creature and you get yourself a guy. Granted, your opponent gets 1 more chance to swing with them, but hey, you can't have everything. And I found, like, you know, if someone puts one of those on my creatures, I make getting rid of my own creature a priority, if I can. The Dementia Bats, got 2 of them. I'm not keen on them. It's 5 mana for a 2/2 flyer and 5 mana, and you can sack them, and target player discards 2 cards. I'll say this, it's one of the few instant speed discard effects in the game. Very few. But I don't like them. The casting cost, if the casting cost was lower, I mean, if it was like 2 colors and a black for a 1/1 flyer that had that same cost and special ability, I'd say yeah. But it's not. It's not. A pair of Vapor Snags, they're not bad. Numbing Dose, 3 colors, double blue, enchant artifact or creature. Enchanted permanent does not untap during his controller's untap. At the beginning of the upkeep of enchanted permanent's controller, that player loses 1 life. My round 3 opponent in draft was running like 4 of these main deck, and he tore people apart with those. He tore me apart with those too. He just had enough control to just take me down with them, you know. A defensive stance. I don't think anyone really. I think like 1 person played that. I don't know why. I don't like it, but you never know. Maybe someone will find like ways to abuse it, or it'll just turn out to end up being better in application than it looks. It happens. Blight Agent, 1/1 Infect unblockable. I didn't play blue today. Immolating Soul Eater. This is a card I really underestimated first. He's a 1/1 for 2, and for red Phyrexian mana, he gets +1/+0. And honestly, he can and will win games. So feel free to take those. Don't be afraid to pump some of your life total into it, because that guy can wreck people. Bleaching Bites, wanted to play him, didn't really get the chance to. It's interesting. I like it. Once again, just didn't get the chance to play. Well, not to play it. Pristine Talisman. I tried main decking it for a while. It didn't work out too well. I never really drew it, and for the most part, didn't need it. Mutagenic Growth. What is up with this, guys? Seriously? A green or 2 life for an instant that gives target creature +2/+2 till end of turn. Really? That's good. Ruthless Invasion, I'm not sold on. There are too many artifact creatures for me to be convinced it's going to be good. Slag Fiend. Yeah, right here we're looking at stuff that I predominantly got in the draft. Slag Fiend. I heard that in the sealed deck, someone got him really big. I opened him in first pack, and he just didn't do anything for me. I didn't put him in the deck here, you know. 1/1 Infect guy in green for a single green. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. Another Maul Slicer. Didn't end up using him this time. Spine Biter. He's really nasty. I like him, but I didn't play green in the draft, so oh well. I hate drafting him though. You know. No, I don't want other people getting that. There's nothing good for me in this pack. You're nasty, I'll take you. Pre-release Shouldered, the Whispering one. Yay! Yeah, one of my opponents in the sealed deck got shouldered out against me. Oh, that was nasty. And oh, yep, here it is. I forgot about this. This is the rest of my sealed deck. Flesh Allergy, Clone Shell, Mere Galvanizer, 2 Shrines of Boundless Growth, Dispatch, Ogre Gear Grabber, Geosurge, not as good as you might think it is at first. I mean, yeah, it gives you 7 mana only spent on artifacts, not planeswalkers. Priest of Urabrask, 2/1 for 2 colors on a red. When he comes in, add red, red, red to your pool. He's basically a red version of Priest of Gix. For those of you who don't know, look him up. Gix is G-I-X, by the way. Twisted Image, Halt Order, Argent Mutation, not sold on it, but it's not too bad. Conditionally useful. Mind Culling, you draw 2, your opponent discards 2. I'm not sold on it, the mana cost is really high. I mean, for 6 mana at sorcery speed, I don't know. You know? For this guy, the Mycosynth Fiend, 2/2 for 2 colors and a green, gets +1/+1 for each poison counter your opponent has. How can I put this? He works at cross purposes with Infect because he doesn't have Infect himself, so I don't really know what to do about him. Lifesmith, Heavy Arbalist, always nice. Tezzeret's Gambit, I like it. Fits in any deck. You know, 2 life, 3 colorless, draw 2. What's not to like? Semblance Anvil, never really liked. Oh look, there's the pre-release Shouldered. Found a foil Forge Master in there. Yeah, didn't use him. Didn't play blue for that. Phyrexian Ingester, really nasty. Casting cost is kind of high for my likes, but he's 6 colors and a blue for a 3/3. When he comes into play, exile target creature. That creature is imprinted on him. Well, non-token creature, and he gets +X/+Y, where X is the imprinted creature's power and Y its toughness. I wanted to run him, I really did. I didn't have enough really good blue. Oh well. Putrefax, he's always fun. Azuri, he's good if you get a lot of elves. I didn't, but I tried to run him anyway. He just never worked out right. Phyrexian Metamorph, really like it. Anyway, what happened to that game when my opponent in Sealed deck, got a shouldered on, drop shouldered on me, 6/6 Swamp Walker. And I'm looking at it like, oh, that's not good. So he only had one other creature on the board, the 2/2 Intimidate dude. That when he deals combat damage to an opponent, you may sacrifice him to destroy a creature they control. It's basically a fixed Neckrite. You know, a good Neckrite, heavens forbid it. If you don't know what a Neckrite is, it's Fallen Empires. It's a 2/2 for like a colorless and 2 black. And if it deals if it would deal combat damage, if it attacks and isn't blocked, how's that sound? Okay. If it attacks and isn't blocked, you can sacrifice it to destroy a creature your defending player controls. It won't do combat damage in this case. But anyway, yeah, so he dropped shoulder on the board. I'm like, ah, crap. My turn during my upkeep, I sacrifice a Perilous Mirror. Deal 2 damage to his 2/2 guy, which only left him shouldered as a creature. And then I Karn Soldier out. Karn kicks buttocks. Hardcore. Hardcore buttocks kicking. It's alright. Artifact put you there, even though you're colored. Gliss's Scorn, I think I talked about that. Remember the Fall, and it's, yeah, haven't tried it out. Thraxian Hulk, it's a reprint. It's a reprint. It's a cute card. I like the old flavor text on him. It's say Onarian Children's Rhyme or something like that. I don't know. Doesn't something, it doesn't something, it doesn't, I can't remember, it doesn't something, it doesn't, I want to say it was something like, it doesn't think, it doesn't breathe, it doesn't laugh or cry, all it does from dusk till dawn is make the soldiers die. Ain't that cheerful? Yeah, oh yeah, right up there with Ring Around the Posy, which I've heard variously referring to both the Black Death, the bubonic plague, and to the Atom Bomb. So hey, you know, these things happen. Furnace Scamp, once again, not sold on him yet. He's not bad, but I'm not sold on him. Kilnwalker, interesting. I kind of like it, but didn't have a card slot for him. Oh well. Shrine of Limitless Power, I'm not impressed. I mean, by the time it's really useful, your opponent's not going to be pitching much in from it, you know? Pith Drillers, once again, I like them. Ogre Menial, 0/4 Infect Fire Breathing. If you don't know what fire breathing is, look it up. Oh dear gods, if you don't know what it is, I should boot you in the head. Nothing personal. I like them, but I just didn't get the chance. I didn't play them because I picked both of those up in draft, really, and I didn't play them because I didn't have a place for them. I didn't have a slot for them in the deck. Initially, the deck was 17 lands, 10 plains, 7 mountains, but I pulled plains and the Talisman for a pair of, where the heck are they? For a pair of Apostle's Blessings, because like I said, my opponent was running that enchantment that was like locking me down, doing lots of damage, and I didn't like that at all. At all. Yeah, I'm just sifting the lands out here. And there's that other Apostle's Blessing I was talking about. So, got a Shattered Angel, 3/3 flying. Whenever your opponent has a land come into play, gain 3 life. Great ability. The special ability is interesting. I like it, but it would have been better on a more aggressively costed creature. Because by the time you've got 5 land on board, your opponent is usually in my experience, by the time you've got 5 lands on board, your opponent has already ramped his mana base up. He's got all the lands he needs anyway. Not always. Not always. Volt Charge. It's nice. Came in handy. Opens holes. Proliferates. Or just hits the opponent in the face. Does good things. Fallen Ferromancer is just awesome on a stick. Can I copyright that phrase? Woohoo, awesome on a stick. Shrine of Burning Rage is nutty good. I like it. What else we got here? Whip Flare I put in there, kind of like as an almost like an emergency measure. Only ended up casting it once. Never saw fit to pull it out of the deck, but it is what it is. Suture Priest, it's cool. I like it. It's kind of cute. I get a creature, I gain life. My opponent gets a creature, he loses life. So it's not bad. I like it. I like it. Hovermere, a 1/2 Vigilance Flying. He's not bad. I like him. Okay, so now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of what I got here. So, Blinding Soul Eater, I only got one. Another guy in the draft got like 6. And that was very intimidating when I heard about it. I didn't end up playing that. I did not end up playing that guy. But, and apparently he ended up not doing terrifically well. Apparently the problem is that he had a lot of control and almost no threats. That's not a good thing, you know? You know. A pair of Lost Leonin, 2/1 Infect, dude. Reasonably solid. Reasonably solid. A trio of Shriek Raptors, 2/3 Flying Infect for 5 mana. Casting cost is a little steep, but an Infect guy that flies with 3 on the backside? Oh, that's nice. People don't want to go near him. Oh. 3 Razor Swines, 2/1 First Striker for 2 colors in a red. First Striking Infect. Come on, guys. That's just evil in a way that was never intended. 3 Porcelain Legionnaires, 3/1 First Striker for 2 colors in Phyrexian White. I like him. He's costed aggressively. He's good on the offense. He's good on the defense. He does evil stuff. Phyrexian Metamorph, 3 colors in Phyrexian Blue. As he comes into play, you can choose to have the Metamorph be a copy of target artifact or creature on the board. If you do, if you choose to copy a creature, then the Metamorph comes into play, it's still an artifact creature. But other than that, yeah. Oh, yeah. So nice. And he goes great with the 2 other cards I got here. Norns and X, 3 colors, double Phyrexian White. Creatures can't attack you or Planeswalker you control unless their controller pays Phyrexian White for each of them. If your opponent don't have white mana, they're paying life. Oh yeah. So that goes good with the Metamorph. What else goes good with the Metamorph? As I referred to it, my round 2 opponent in the draft was also playing red-white. I called it Sword of You Lose. Sword of War and Peace. It's really nice. The damage aspect of it, I mean, it's just straight up regular damage. It was okay, but my deck was largely Infect, so that was... yeah, you know what I mean? That didn't thrill me. But the life game didn't really thrill me either. What thrilled me was giving my guy +2/+2 pro red and pro white. That thrilled me. That was nice stuff, man. Nice stuff. Oh well. So, yeah, if nothing else, getting Karn and Sword of War and Peace kind of like, more or less made the day for me. I got 3 boosters of, pardon me, 3 boosters of Besiege out of the deal afterwards, so that's not too bad. Oh, and just for your disturbing just for your disturbing information of the day, guys. Today is one of the rare instances when I am shooting the video while wearing pants. Yeah, I'll let you think about that one for a little while, kiddies. Be good, fellas. Have a good night. Catch you tomorrow.